everyone's baseline is essentially genius level.
How do you think AI is going to impact both your guys' field, as that's something that many of these students are concerned about as they choose their career path?
I really like what you have to say about it.
Yeah. AI has essentially leveled the playing field in terms of filling in the gaps. Like, for example, people that aren't good at math can use a calculator, right? And it'll make you just as good as somebody that is good at math, right? Now AI has come along and has essentially filled in everyone's gap to a point where everyone's baseline is essentially genius level. And the platforms, the LLMs, they haven't quite arrived yet, but by the time you guys have, are 3, 4, or 5 years from now, it's going to be all dialed in. And they're going to be extraordinarily reliable to solve all sorts of different problems. What that means for you guys is, again, it goes back to what I kind of said in the beginning about innovation and bringing skills and perspective to prospective employers or to the marketplace that they don't already have. And AI is an amazing tool to leverage that. AI can also help you understand where those gaps are and where you can add value that they don't already have. In terms of like the marketplace, it's going to displace a lot of lower level types of occupations that can be done by either a robot or by a computer program. Like for example, ChatGPT can already pass the bar exam. So if you are going to become a lawyer, you're going to want to leverage that technology as essentially as like a legal assistant, and then you add value where the chatbot falls short. That's kind of the way you're going to need to look at it going forward, because if you're at the top of the food chain, AI is a godsend. It's an amazing tool that shortens the learning curve, and it's going to reduce the need for human labor, just like technology has reduced the need for human labor throughout all of human history. But if you're like a worker bee type, there's going to be some struggles.
Yeah. I just have 4 words on it. Don't run from it. Please do not run from it. It's scary, and unknown things are scary, but that's where the world is going, and it's kind of where the world already is. AI has helped me and my business be able to make things a lot cheaper because I don't have to hire as many employees. With AI, like we have 6 people, but we're doing the work of probably close to 10. So yeah, don't run from it.
And that's an important distinction, because the value of the deliverable hasn't changed. We still charge the same amount as we always did.
Yep.
It's just we're able to provide more value for the same amount of money because of this new technology. And we don't need as many people to do it, because human beings, throughout all of human history, are not the most efficient way to get things done. Robots always replace factory workers. Technology replaces telephone operators. There are millions of examples throughout, just the last 150 years of how technology has, removed the need for human labor. And so it's a tremendous opportunity for you guys to leverage that and do things that, we can't even imagine.
Oh, this is my favorite. So we have a lot of different ways that we use it. First off is that's how we onboard our clients. So we have a chatbot that we built. It is way over-engineered, but it's really cool. And it saves me 90 minutes every client that we bring on. So they go through that and they talk to it, and it replies back almost better than we could, because it thinks about different things than we would in the moment. So yeah, people really like that. We use it to get a foundation for writing. We don't use it to write, but we use it to get a foundation, just to kind of get creative juices flowing, I guess. It also helps with ideas. It helps with formatting documents, just little things like that.
I'll tell you one way I use it that's a real world example in terms of search engine optimization. Part of what allows us to get a client site to rank in search engines is we create content that is valuable to the end user. Because the way it works is Google wants to reward the best content with the most prominent placement. And so what I do is I'll go through and I'll just grab a client's Google reviews, and they'll have 20 or 30 of them. I'll literally just copy and paste them into ChatGPT, and I'll say, analyze analyze this and see what's important to their customers, and that will give me information that people are looking for, and then I create content around those topics. And so it's a huge shortcut in that regard.